Hello and welcome to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. I'm Gil Larry. That is my main man, Larry Loper. We are coming to you live on this Wednesday, December the 4th. We are only 4 weeks away from Christmas, 2 weeks away from our Christmas special spectacular. Can't wait. Is it 2 weeks? No, 3 weeks. I'm sorry. 3 weeks. 3 weeks from that. 3 weeks. Because that's going to be on the 18th, and then Christmas is the following week, the 25th. But anyway, let's not get into that. There's enough time for that down the road. Let's get into what we normally do. This is going to be a football-heavy show again. Sorry, not sorry. And until I hear that Juan Soto re-signs with the Yankees, I don't need to be talking baseball right now. No, thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm trying to recover from a little bit of an issue here, a little bit. So if I sound a little hoarse, get over it because I'm doing the show. All right, let's do college. My brother, this is college conference games.
Yes.
There's 3 in particular that I'm looking at. You have the rankings.
Yes, sir.
Let's do the rankings first.
Okay.
Give me top 12 as of right now.
Okay. As we speaking right now, America, the top 12 rankings is number 1, obviously Oregon. Oregon is number 1. 2 is Texas. 3, you got Penn State. 4 is your Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. They're the 4th. 5th is Georgia. 6th is Ohio State. 7th is Tennessee. 8th is SMU. 9th is Indiana. 10th is Boise State. 11th is Alabama. And 12 is Miami. And
there's one team that stands out in the group for me. Anything stand out for you?
Well, there's been a lot of talk about the Alabama being 11. It's been a lot of disagreements with them being 11 with their record and everything. Teams like Iowa State, they felt could have jumped up in that slot. Arizona State could have been up in that slot. So, I think the committee's kind of favoring Alabama because of the prior with Saban and just what's the playoff without Alabama, right? But yeah, I mean, honestly, that's the top 12. Honestly, though, I don't see any other team probably sliding there. I think the first 4 teams is solid, I guess. What about you?
Well, there's 2 that stand out to me. Number 1, Notre Dame being number 4. What's funny about that is the highest they can be when this playoff thing actually starts is number 5. So they're going to fall no matter what.
Right.
And the reason they're going to fall is they're not in a conference, so there's no conference championship game for them.
Right.
So if they were undefeated and they only have 1 loss, and it's that terrible week 2 loss, but after that they ran the table, which we thought could happen. They should actually be undefeated, but they lost to Northern Illinois. It is what it is. Notre Dame, even though they're 4th, they are going to be no higher than 5th.
Right.
They're undefeated ever until they join a conference, which we know they don't want to do, whatever. And the other thing that stands out is Miami not being there because, they were sitting pretty and then they have a bad loss.
Yeah.
That loss. What was the worst loss? Miami this past weekend, or Ohio State? Which one was worse?
Oh man, Ohio State can't get over the slump, man. I said Ohio State
lives in their head.
They do, man. I don't care who it is, man. That to me, that's the worst loss. Because that's the worst loss, man. Because it's the rival, because you can't beat Michigan. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Like, yeah, the Miami loss is bad too. I ain't going to underplay it, but the losing Michigan with this year that Michigan's having, and you still lose to them. Oh no! Clearly, that was the biggest loss was Ohio State. Clearly, and it's a rival, so clearly.
Is it a rival when you beat them 4 straight?
Yeah. Let's reinvent it. Yeah, let's go revisit that rivalry, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
like
these
the
things
Bears
go,
and
they
like
go in
Bears and
runs. Ohio State had that long run of beating them, and now Michigan looks like they're taking over. But it clearly looks like they're in their coach's head. I mean, they can't get over it. Now they're talking about, possibly he's on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying?
oh man.
I mean, all those games and all that recruiting, but you can't beat Michigan.
Yeah.
I mean, that rivalry is so bad. They don't even call them by their name. They say
No.
they refer to them as the team up north.
Yeah.
That's what they say. I don't know.
It's serious, man.
I don't know. So, and as for the conference games, the three that really stand out to me is Texas and Georgia.
Yes.
Number one for me. You got number two against number five. Penn State and Oregon. You know how I feel about Penn State whenever they have a big game against a ranked team.
It'd be a miracle if they beat Oregon. It'd be one of them miracles.
Oregon and Texas are the two best teams.
Yeah.
However it pans out is how it pans out.
Yeah.
If you do the eye test, those are the two best teams.
Indeed.
And Clemson and SMU, 17 versus number 8. I think that's a good one too.
It's gonna be a good one.
Those are the three that I'm most looking forward to. I'm gonna assume at least 2 out of the 3 you're in agreement with me: Texas, Georgia, and Penn State, Oregon.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's the games.
Mm-hmm.
That's the games I'm looking forward to seeing. I think, like you say, even with the losses, do you still think that Oregon, Texas retain their spots if they lose their conference championships? If they don't, how far do they drop?
Ooh, if Georgia and Penn State win,
yes.
Oh man,
Penn State jump up the 2 or 1.
Well, Penn State will move up to at least 2.
2. The Notre Dame's going to drop down to 5 regardless. So what that boost does that boost say Boise State? Because right now Boise State and SMU would get the bye if they win, right? So does that just move Boise State, SMU up a slot? So Boise State would be number 3, maybe 2, and SMU becomes number 1.
Yeah, that's how I see it. You think
SMU will be number 3.
Yeah, I think Penn State will be number 1.
Yeah, Penn State will be number 1.
I think Penn State will be number 1. After that, it's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard after that. Because Oregon might only fall down to number 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because of the body of work they did all year, which, we're talking about as what ifs, right? But I don't see them losing because, like you said, Penn State, they do not win big games, important games. You know what I mean? So,
even if they lose, they're ranked 3rd. So how far are they going to fall?
That part, yeah. That's a good one. Because if they fall, then that means Georgia, if they win, Georgia slide up, definitely for sure. So it'll be a flip. I think Georgia to probably be on the 3rd, and Penn State will probably drop to 5. Possibly maybe 6.
No, Penn State will go to 1.
No, I'm saying if they lost.
Oh, if they lost. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they lost to Oregon.
Yeah.
And Georgia won. If Georgia was to beat Texas.
I think Oregon's going to beat them. I think Oregon's going to beat Penn State.
What about Texas and Georgia? You see Texas win that game in a rematch?
Yes. Yes, I do. I to me, clearly, I mean, and they're ranked that way too. But I've been saying it. Oregon, Texas look like the 2 best teams. Georgia's good. I think Georgia's better than Penn State, even though Penn State's ranked 3rd and Georgia's 5th. I think if Penn State played Georgia, Georgia would win.
You think about Notre Dame? What's your chances going forward?
I don't think they're that good. They had a soft schedule. Their toughest game was week 1, and they had the whole off season to prepare for it. So I don't think they'll go very far.
Okay.
The highest they're going to be ranked is 5th. Now, once they play one of these real teams, one of these teams with speed, one of these teams that's got bigger dudes than them, faster dudes than them, nah, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. They're going to lose. Georgia would kill them. Georgia would kill them. I'm not even sure. I think Alabama might beat them. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing Alabama, Notre Dame.
Oh man, that'd be a good one.
I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah. So the conference games. Man, this is it. This is the end of college, football.
Yeah.
It's the conference games, and then it's Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
And then let's kick off the playoffs.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. I still, by the way, and you're probably in agreement, I still have Travis Hunter.
Of course.
As the runaway. Literally.
Yeah.
Runaway.
Yeah.
Winner.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there'll probably be like one guy that doesn't give him a first place vote, and that'll be the whole story.
Yeah.
That'll be the whole story. Why did this guy? Why was it not unanimous and stuff like that? Watch.
But clearly, Heisman, yeah.
I think the Boise State running back, I think he'll get the one vote. I think he'll get it.
Yeah.
He'll get one first place vote, and everything else will go to Travis Hunter.
I was looking at someone Shador was talking about. They asked him about the Heisman. They said, one thing that he hated is that how the people try to diminish what an athlete has done for the year, regardless if he won or not. It's like the running back Gianti, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had a great season, regardless if he won the Heisman or not. Regardless, you know what I mean? Y'all keep trying to tear him down. Like the dude just look, he had a great season running back. He's a great player. Travis Hunter, he's a great player. You can't diminish what he done on the field, regardless if he win or didn't win. It's always I got to tear them down and tear their resume down in order for to uplift my resume. Nah, look, Shador is having a great season. They all had great seasons. They played great at their positions. You feel me? And this is what should be acknowledged. The greatness that they put on that field, because they changed the dynamic of college football. That's what I look for when I'm looking for college football. Standout players who impacted the game of college and made me want to watch every week. Guess what? These individuals made you want to watch college football. And then Oregon just watched because as a team they were just dominant. That's a team, like a dominant team. Them in Texas, two dominant teams. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I'm looking for individual play, I was going the above people I named was what I'm looking for individually. But as far as a team, Oregon, Texas, clearly.
For sure. Wait till next year when Arch Manning is the starter.
Oh goodness. Oh yeah, got his little feet, but didn't he, man? It's gonna be crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Another Manning.
I believe another Manning that will go number 1 overall.
Oh yeah.
2027 draft.
But he got the tools. He got the tools, bro. But that's what the Mannings do. They make quarterbacks, bro. That's what they do. Are we questioning the Manning at quarterback? That's what they do.
Well, what's funny about him is his father is the one that wasn't.
I know. He was the wide receiver, wasn't he?
The wide receiver. Yeah. Cooper.
Yup. But his uncles were.
And his father and his grandfather.
Yeah. So it's there.
Yep.
It was there.
It's there.
Look, if they want to open up a quarterback school, they need to open up a quarterback school.
They do. The Manning camp.
Do they?
The Manning camp. It's the biggest off-season quarterback.
Oh man, I know that.
It's in Louisiana.
Oh, I know that.
The Manning camp.
Oh
yeah. They bring in the top high school and college prospects.
Oh man, I didn't know that, man. Sorry, America. That's why what's good with Gil and Larry. Y'all need to tune in every Wednesday because this is what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Get them good pieces of information.
Yep. Peyton Manning started it. Eli joined in like a year or two later. And yeah, now it's a big deal in Louisiana. It's a big deal. They're more high school than college. And when they do college guys, they're like freshmen.
Okay.
It's not juniors and seniors. It's really teaching fundamentals.
Got you.
You know, at that level. So yeah, the Manning camp. It's a big deal. Man, I ain't got anything else college. You got anything else?
Nah, man.
Anything else? Any basketball you want to get into?
Not really. Not yet. Not yet. You know, once we get with the NBA be getting into their the knockout rounds went yesterday, a lot of knockout rounds. So once we get into like the official bracket, you know, busters and all that stuff, then I'll talk a little bit more about basketball. You know what I mean? Philly went back to back. They did win back to back games. We'll see if they win the third. They still haven't had their full lineup in yet, so I'm curious to see how it's going to go. I like the rookie, Jared McCain, been playing lights out for him, so that was a great pickup with him and Maxey. Who would have saw that coming? You know, at the guard spot. So now you got two guards, and then B get off his little high horse, stop crying, act like a little punk, and get up in there, man. So playing some basketball for once. You know what I mean? Then man, maybe Philly start to make a run. Feel me? I see that Milwaukee's starting to get it together. You know, I always get on Doc Rivers because I just, you know, I'm not a pro Doc Rivers fan because it's just like, bro, you had veterans when you won the Boston Celtics series. You had like, who wouldn't have won that series? Who wouldn't have at that time? You feel me? Hungry Paul Pierce, he was craving for one. KG was craving for one. Ray Allen craving for one. You know, and they were veterans and they knew their role. Plus, besides that, and I made this analogy when I talked to somebody else today, right? I was like, you know, people gotta know their roles. You know, everybody want to be the superstar. Okay, everybody wants to be that guy, that superstar. But if you look at all the great teams, I don't care what you look at, of all the great teams, you always had to have role players that knew their role. All right. Then you talk about football all the time, right? We just talking about football. Yes, the skill players it's the fancy toys, the great toy. We always talk about the receivers and the running back, the toys, right? But you and I both know that the true battle was won in the trenches. In the trenches, right? Harbaugh goes out to Los Angeles. They lost. They retooled their receiving core, right? First pick, you would have thought he would have got a receiver or a playmaker. No, he would have got the number one tackle off the board, Joe Alt, because he understood that it starts here in the trenches. I can't win without my quarterback being held upright. What's the purpose of having a receiver? The Jets. You got plenty of them, don't you? I would have thought I would invest into my O-line. Oh, I did. I went and got old Tyron Turner from our Cowboys that we didn't even want no more. Okay, anyway, what I'm saying there is that you got to start with the trenches. You got to start with the role players, man. And I think in basketball is the same way. You know, people that know their roles, I think you have a better chance of going out there and being successful. Embiid, I don't know, man. It's a lot of money being made with this collective bargaining situation for these players, man. And it's like one of them things is like they don't respect. I don't think the people in the past that came before them, there's much respect on them because they have paved the way for these players to be able to get this lucrative contracts and this big money. You know what I mean? Alvin Silver for being able to be in this time period when he ushered in kind of part of sports for NBA, right? But man, I'm tired of watching these crying behind athletes talking about they're not playing, man. Like people playing way too much money, man, to come see the B League players, man. Seriously. Like I'm saying, Wemby, you better be on that court with me and Gil get there. Cause I'm gonna be mad if Wemby talking about he's sick.
Right.
I'm gonna be salty, man, because I ain't come to see Embiid. I can't see Wemby. I would love to see Embiid and Wemby match up, but I'm more curious to see Wemby than I am Embiid. You know what I mean?
Yep, a couple days before Christmas.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna be there.
Right there, sir. So,
we're gonna bring the show on the road.
Oh my goodness, man, it's gonna be a great one.
At Xfinity Live.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be a great one.
It'll be fun. Hopefully we don't get kicked out.
I hope not.
I hope not, but I don't know.
I don't
know if you're supposed to ask permission, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna stick a microphone in their face and get as many interviews as I can.
Let's get it going.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Why not?
That's all I got for the NBA, man. I really don't have enough for the NBA, man. Like I said, for anybody who's been following NBA, we know we're in the in league play. So once the in league play started to get into like the brackets. Right now we're getting there. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
The
see.
floor looks weird. We'll see. All right. Let's go to the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Let's do tiers.
Let's do
Tiers. All right. Tiers number 1. I have had a shakeup with my tiers. So ABC, I got Philadelphia as my A team now, Detroit as my B team now, and Buffalo as my C team now. Philly goes up to 1. I think they are right now arguably the best team in the league. I put them ahead of Detroit and Kansas City and Buffalo. They are hot. Their defense,
yeah, they are
fire. There are 2 rookies on the back end. They're playing great. Saquon is making a real MVP kind of run. I don't think he's going to get it, but he's in the discussion for sure. And I got to drop Detroit down too because let's be honest, if a head coach with half a brain coaching the Bears would have used the timeout and at minimum sent it to overtime.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would have won it, but they would have at minimum sent it to overtime. But that dope, that former head coach of the Bears, Matt Eberflus, Joker, not only does he waste 32 seconds and not call a timeout and get off the crappiest play, then he doubles down in his post game and the next day conference call saying he thinks they did the right thing. What? Come on, dude. Come on. When you make a mistake, say, I made a mistake. You know, the whole world is criticizing you.
Yeah.
Brian Pohl's former teammate at Boston College, Matt Ryan, was giving him the business when that game was over, saying, what's the point of having a timeout if you're not going to use it?
Indeed.
I think they're going to turn around and say, we had the what did he call it? He had this term. We were ready to rack up. We were ready to rack up. We had a play call. We felt good about it, and we were ready to rack up. What does rack up mean? Is that the hits principle language that he's talking? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, the Bears are 0-3 in their conference, not their conference, their division, and they can easily be 3-0.
Yeah.
Easily. They got a field goal blocked at the end of regulation against Green Bay. They lose in overtime to Minnesota after a miraculous comeback in the fourth quarter and getting the onside kick, which is like impossible these days. And then this dummy, all right, Caleb has to take a little some blame because on 1st and 10 and they're at like the 25, he misses a wide open DJ Moore on a crossing route. If he hits him, if it's not a touchdown, he's tackled inside the 10. Okay. So, and it was a simple crossing route and he threw it to his feet. I don't know what happened there. But, and in the next play he gets sacked, and that's when 32 seconds are left. You use the timeout. You do either a sideline play or a play, in the middle of the field to get, 7-8 yards. You've got time to run out your field goal unit. You take a timeout at 32 seconds.
Yep.
You run a play 10 seconds. Okay, so now you're down to 22. I heard I think it was Jeff Saturday said this week that it takes an average team to set up for a field goal between 16 to 18 seconds. So you would have had 22 seconds, right? Maybe more. They could have easily thrown the ball 7-8 yards down the middle of the field, got the team down there and set up for a field goal without rushing and panicking and stuff like that. They would have had time. But instead, this dummy lets Caleb, try and make a play call. He's tapping his helmet, He's not hearing communication. That's what he said after the game. He couldn't hear. And Eberflus becomes a spectator again. And you know what? While I'm on this, the organization looks bad as well. You can't be sending Eberflus out there on his weekly conference call and then fire him a half hour later. You can't do that. And it's not that I feel bad for Eberflus, because I don't. But you got to remember, everybody's watching. These future candidates, these guys that are thinking about taking this job, they're looking and they're saying, man, look at how they did this guy. They should have already known if within that last half hour is when they came to a conclusion. They already knew. So why did they trot him out there? And then he goes out there and says that he's confident that he'll be on the sideline coaching against San Francisco. And a half hour later, he's fired. You think Vrabel's not paying attention to that? You think Ben Johnson's not paying attention to that? You got to think, man. You got to think. Big picture.
I think that Matt Eberflus got caught up in the Williams hype, man. The Caleb Williams hype, man. I think he did. I got the generational talent stuff, and I don't think that he aggressively went out there and just challenged him. You feel me? Because once again, you're sitting back and you're letting your rookie quarterback dictate basically your future as your future, your family's future, all that stuff, man. It's like, come on, man. Y'all fall forward and what you say, situational football, time management, and clearly, yeah, plenty of time. What are you tucking a timeout for when it's going to cost you your job? Simple. Call timeout. It's you see timeout, like you said, we're gonna go for the sideline. If it don't work, we got enough time to try our field goal unit out, kick this field goal, take the momentum into overtime, and we'll see what happens then, right? but to lose off the fact that you ain't got no control of your team, it's been this way all year. I'm telling you, man, this is Washington, man. If he could rewind the tapes, man, probably be Washington. He said, man, if I could rewind the tapes, if I could just do it all over again. I know his wife probably like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm here for you, but what are we going to do? So
it's just they're finding a new way every week to break my heart.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, hey, brother, he's not there anymore. So you got it's a light at the end of the tunnel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and San Francisco ain't great.
Nah, they hurt right now, bro.
They're a name, but they're hurting.
They're
two
hurt
top
bad.
running backs are out for the year now.
They're hurt bad.
We'll get into that.
We'll get there. My tiers is the same as yours, brother. There's no shakeup. It's the same exact tiers.
Philly, Detroit, Buffalo.
Yes, sir.
Same order.
Clearly the best three teams to me at this point.
Tier 2, ABC. I got Kansas City, who falls out of Tier 1 for the first time all year. Pittsburgh and Minnesota.
Okay, I got KC. I definitely got Pittsburgh with that great performance it put on against Bengals. What a shootout. Russell Wilson looked like Russell Wilson, man, of old. He looked remarkable. Jeez Louise. For over 900 yards of offense. Jeez Louise. Defense took a rest that day, didn't they? Jeez Louise. And I got Green Bay. I mean, because you could either win with either Minnesota or Green Bay. I know Minnesota has a better record. I just thought the Green Bay is more impressive. You know what I mean? So I like Green Bay. I think they got a dope squad. And for the C tier, man, I got the Bengals. That was kind of a shot to me to kind of make that push. But their defense clearly is just not that. It's clearly. Like Burrow had an awesome game. Chase had an awesome game. It's one of them things, man. It's like we got to literally outscore you because our defense cannot stop a cold right now. It's flu season. They couldn't stop that. You hear me? I got Atlanta. What a disappointment. Just Atlanta. Just Kirk Cousins 4 interceptions. Man, you got paid that money. You got this young boy on the bench crying for some attention, and you got to do like old Buster. Y'all lost your identity. Y'all know what a win looked like. If a win was a pop up front of you, you'd probably throw that away. And I got the, even though they're terrible, it just, man, the Jets is just terrible, terrible. Like, terrible, terrible. You know, Aaron Rodgers, he talking about bench. They might as well bench him. This is a wasted season, man. Terrible. They had expectations, high expectations. You know, to get the dude for a whole year. He ain't been injured all year. And this is the crap you put out there on that field, you know, every week. A lead ain't big enough for them guys. There's a 14-0 in that game. And they found a way to lose. You know, it's a Geno.
Look at what happened when he missed Garrett Wilson, right, for that touchdown. He missed him, and then the very next play, he throws the pick six.
Yes, the pick six.
Changed the game.
No, we need to play better. We need to play. We got to figure it out. You know, we ain't nothing. Somebody need to go on that podium and speak the truth. It ain't we. We trying our best. You know, yeah, we got on our defense for the missed tackles a week prior, right? You know, we fired our head coach for I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? And now
sucked. That's
yeah, it was terrible.
Sucked.
It was terrible. But still, you fired a guy, but still, at the end of the day, it's no improvement.
No, they might be worse.
It's no improvement, Gil. That's what I'm saying. You fired him, but clearly it was more than just him. They can't finish a game, brother. And they need to go on there and tell the truth. It's Aaron Rodgers, man. He's 41 years old, and he looked like it. Now I ain't talking about if I had to play another year or go with another team. Man, dog, retire.
Nobody else want him. If you want to play,
nobody wants you.
Nothing.
You're a diva. I don't like divas.
Well, we knew that. We knew that before this year.
What you got?
I'm almost in agreement with you. I have San Francisco.
Oh yes.
Got Cincinnati, and I got Atlanta. I don't have the Jets because they're a bad team.
They're a bad team.
I'm still sticking with the teams that people still thought were going to be good and are underachieving. And let me tell you something about Atlanta. Let me tell you something, a little something. Kirk Cousins. The next 2 weeks are your revenge tour games. You got Minnesota, and then you got Washington. You know, if Atlanta underachieves and he don't play well, I think Penix is going to finish the year.
Mm-hmm.
That's my prediction.
I agree.
I think Penix, they got him. Might as well play him.
If they get choppy in Minnesota, he might not finish this game.
You're right.
If they starting to get crazy up there and so they get out of hand, Penix is going to get some tick.
That might be the way to go. Look at how the other rookies are playing this year. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Even though the Bears are a disaster, Caleb's playing pretty good.
He's playing good. It wasn't
I still, if I had to redraft, because I heard them talking about that on the Rich Eisen show today.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to redraft what you know now, what the top 10 picks,
I still would have went Caleb.
And they all agreed.
Yeah, I still would have went Caleb.
Still take Caleb.
I would have. I would have. I still believe that Caleb was the top pick. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't have switched up at all. You know, I think the quarterbacks landed where they landed, needed to land where they need to land it.
Yeah.
I truly do. I think that Jalen benefited with Cliff.
I think May goes to
and I definitely think Bo Nix needs to be up there. Sean Payton. That's his type of quarterback. That's his guy. You feel me? I'm just marveling out. And we don't give what's the defensive coordinator from Denver?
The coordinator? Oh, it's Vance Joseph.
Vance Joseph. We don't give him enough credit for just really. They got a defense in Denver, man. Yeah. You got one of the best. You definitely got one of the best cover corners in the game, past Surtain. Like he's the best in my opinion.
Well, it's definitely not. I would have thought it was Sauce.
No, Sauce didn't beat this year. Sauce didn't beat this year.
On the radio said, pay attention to Sauce Gardner. He gets very handsy.
Let's
see if they start calling it. And sure enough, they started calling it this year.
Yep. So
I hate when a corner gets beat, and as soon as he gets beat, he grabs like at his hamstring or something. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Come on, man.
That's lame.
That's lame. Yeah, you're right. I agree.
Yeah, Surtain's up there.
Yeah, who you got better than him?
Man, I'd have to go team by team. You know who's pretty good? who people don't really talk about. They don't talk about the guy who went before Sauce Gardner to the Texans. What was his name? Stingley? Stingley?
Singly, yeah.
Man, he's good.
Oh, he's good.
He's good.
He's good. I got him behind probably Pastor Team. I got Pastor Team top guy. I don't know nobody outside of him that's impacting the game like that. Like he's really that good. Like he really is that good. Like when you take him off the field, he has an impact of like a Watt does in Pittsburgh. You know, because you take away Watt, man, Pittsburgh different. Like they are. Like he's really the heart and soul of that team. Bosa and San Fran, you take them off of this field, man, it's a difference, you know.
The teams. No. No.
You ain't gonna say Miami because he done fell off. He Ramsey's old now, so.
Oh, Ward is really good in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's just their team is just bad.
But he's good. Jalen Johnson's still really good for the Bears.
Yeah.
He's part of the reason why Eberflus got fired. They said that the next day when or was it post game? It was either after the game.
It's post game.
Okay.
There's in the locker room.
They said that Jalen Johnson went off in that locker room at Eberflus because Eberflus was saying this is another growing experience. We'll clean it up. We're close. And Gil Johnson was like, nah, man, stop saying we're close. Stop saying that. Stop with that coach, dude. And he was using some colorful language, they said. He's like, no, man, be real. Be real why we lost. Be real of who we are. When Keenan Allen post-game says, as players, I think we did enough to win.
Yeah.
That's an indictment right there.
Yeah.
That's saying I blame the coaches without saying I blame the coaches.
Indeed.
So
it was the truth.
It was the truth.
The truth.
It was the truth.
Eberflus, man, you said it before, brother. You said it. I said it, man. I said, yo, the way they did Justin Fields, right, was dirty, in my opinion. Right? And then this is what you get, man. You had all the pieces. There's a lot of hype coming in the season. Y'all won a lot of games last year, brother. Y'all won a lot of games last year. And I was like, I didn't see that y'all winning more, though. You know what I mean? Because you got to take a backseat for a rookie coming in, bro. They got on the hype. They got all the pieces.
They had the pieces. This was the year they were supposed to win. They were supposed to start winning. Yeah. Last year they won 7 games.
Right.
And I was like, wow, that's a good improvement. Right. 3 the year before.
Without the pieces, though.
7. But you make a change at quarterback. What did I say last year?
Yeah.
I said you make a change at quarterback. What you're saying is that the quarterback is the issue.
Right.
Why you can't go to the next level.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, guess what? You got rid of the quarterback. You brought in a rookie, and you put all this pressure on the rookie to be the guy to take him to the next level. And you forgot that he's a rookie. You gave him the job before training camp and all that other stuff. You said he's the starter. He didn't have to go out there and earn it. You gave it to him. All right. Okay. Don't be wrong. Guess what? Guess whose seat is warm now? The GM seat. Ryan Poles.
Right.
And they get off to a bad start next year, it'll get hot real fast. It's warm right now. Everyone wants to say how he fleeced Carolina with that number 1 pick a couple years ago. Guess what? They're still losing. He got all those picks, all those players. They're still losing. And they took a step back. They're not going to win 7 games this year. They took a step back. They're at 4. They were 4-2, and they're not going to win 7. If you would have told me that after week 6 going into a bye, guess what? You're 4-2, but you're not going to win 7 games. I would have said you're crazy. You're crazy. But that's what happened. That's what happened. So, hey, by the way, race to number 1. I have it the same Jacksonville Raiders Giants as I did last week. And with Trevor Lawrence not playing, man, they might get the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
They might get it. You might have to start picturing Travis Hunter in
Mac Jones. Mac Jones didn't look impressive to you?
No.
I'm sorry.
That's not nice.
It wasn't nice.
I saw how you said that. He didn't look impressive to you? I saw it.
They came back, covered the number.
Yeah. They always seem to be covering a number. Where do you see my pick?
Cover the number.
That's what they do. Backdoor covers. They do it in the fourth quarter.
I tell you, man.
They did it against Philadelphia.
Philadelphia sure did. Yup. So, all right, man. I guess we gotta get down to I know, hey, man, it's what it is, right?
What it is. Your race to number 1, is it the same as mine?
Same. Jacksonville, yeah. Even with Trevor Lawrence getting down, I could have possibly switched a little bit, but nah. So now my question now to you is, say the order does go like that. So you got Jacksonville, Vegas, and Giants, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So does Jacksonville, who they get? Travis Hunter?
Yes. I
if
think
you in
that.
Jacksonville, where you play them? How you play them?
Because the thing is, will the Raiders and Giants try to trade up because they both need quarterbacks, especially the Giants, the Giants. Maybe
right,
Aiden O'Connell, you can talk yourself into. He's young, he's decent. Get a real offensive head coach, offensive system in there, and maybe they can do something with Aiden O'Connell. Giants, 100%. They're the team that when they said if you had to redraft, what would you do? It wouldn't be Malik Neighbors. They would be taking the next available quarterback, which probably would have been J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, it would have. Yup.
They would have needed to take next quarterback.
Yeah, because they was gambling on Daniel Jones. You're right. They didn't want to pull the trigger on a quarterback, so they wanted to try to get on a weapon, and it just ain't end well for them up in New York. So clearly, what you think is Shador to New York,
or Bo Nix? Giants could have got Bo Nix.
I would have liked. I mean, Dave Boy ain't a bad coach, but I just think that Sean Payton just a better coach when it comes to that type of player.
Well, they put
an O-line.
I can't say no. I mean, they're doing better than I thought they were going to do.
They put an O-line in front of them, so it's hard not to win without an O-line. You know what I mean? Especially as a rookie, the O-line.
I've said for a while now I could see Shador in a Raiders uniform.
Yeah, you said it. I could too, though. Honestly, I could see him out there. And then you got Brock Bowers, so you got a target. You definitely got a target. And then he can make plays with his legs, so he can extend the play. Rookie is gonna be, it's gonna be rough coming in. It's definitely gonna be rough, man. Rookies, it's hard, man. NFL is a different speed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different speed, man. And then it's about the right situation too. You got to have the right coaches. You still got to coach.
I can see Shador going to Brock Bowers.
I can too.
Touchdown.
I can too.
Brock
I
Bowers.
see a lot of excitement going up to Vegas, and I can see him building around him. So if he goes there, you got Cam Ward going to New York. I don't know about the upside to that. You know what I mean? I don't.
Unless,
I don't know. It could be a good. I don't know because it could be a good combo between him and Neighbors. They got that connection.
If you're the Giants, are you trading up 2 spots
for Shador?
For Shador,
I would.
It's going to cost a lot to move up 2 spots from 3 to 1. It's going to cost a lot.
I would.
That's going to cost you at least 2 number 1s. At least.
The question is Deion going to let him go to New York?
Deion don't have this power that he thinks he does. And if a New York team, Giants in particular, he's going there.
Yeah, he's going there.
He's going there. Who's turning down the Giants?
You ain't lying about that. And you get a chance to rebuild you get the chance to rebuild a great franchise. Both of them, though, honestly, you got two franchises. You get the possibility of rebuilding them. Raiders is a great franchise. It's been a while since they've been great, but they're a great franchise too. They have a record. They have Super Bowls.
Yeah, but they're the Vegas Raiders now. They're a different kind of Raider team. They're different. The Giants are where they've been for a long.
Yeah, that's facts.
He's got that New York, New Jersey, accessibility.
Yeah.
The Raiders, Vegas, they don't have that home field that they used to have.
Yeah, they definitely don't. They got a nice stadium though.
Yeah, they got a really nice looking stadium. Really nice. All right, man. You ready to do these picks?
Let's get it, man.
All right, let's do it. You are coming off of the best week of the year all season. You went 12-4. I went 10-6. So
you're above 500, brother.
I'm pretty good with 10-6.
Yes, sir.
So I'm on 98-94 on the year, and you are 86-106. It's not quite as impossible.
I'm coming.
It's not quite as impossible.
Trying, man. I'm trying, man.
There's still a month left in the season.
I'm trying, man.
All right, let's get it cracked. Thursday, Amazon Prime. You have the Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions.
It's a good game.
Detroit at home is a 3.5 point favorite, and the total number is 51.5.
I got burned by 51.5 last week, but I got Packers to the over.
I got Packers to the over.
Yeah.
We are in agreement there. That hook, and I'm telling you, Detroit really all those opportunities to score, and they were taking field goals.
Right about that, man.
They couldn't put the Bears away, and then the Bears, have a couple good drives in the fourth quarter, and again, mismanagement of the clock. They could have won it.
Yeah,
they could have won it.
And then when they played, when they played Green Bay the first time in Green Bay, that was Jordan Love's.
No, that was in Chicago.
I mean, I'm talking about the Green Bay and Detroit game.
Oh, okay.
When Detroit played Green Bay, Jordan Love was just coming off that injury, so that was kind of like his first day back off that injury.
Right.
Or with timing issues, you feel me? I think he threw 3 picks that game.
Right.
So it was timing issues. Now he's starting to get back in his rhythm, his groove, and then they travel well. Packers travel well, so
Packers got a good defense. I have their defense on fantasy, so I pay attention. So
they definitely do. So they got a team that, it's a division game. They could compete with a division game. It's only a good game, They possibly could win the game. I just got them covering the number, but they possibly could win the game. You know what I mean? If the line's going to take a loss, it would probably be to the Packers.
Right. Yeah, I don't see too many losses for the rest of the season.
I don't either.
Detroit. So this might be one of them. And 51.5, my rule. If you're right around 50, I take the over.
On daggone field goal, kickers don't miss field goals.
Well, Detroit and Green Bay got pretty good kickers.
They do. So, unlike Baltimore.
How about
right?
I thought we'd ever say that.
Wide right, wide left, missing chippers.
Yeah.
What the heck, man?
Yeah. Yep.
Lamar just took off.
Sorry about that, buddy.
I know, brother. I'm reeling. My fault.
All right.
This game right here, brother. Oh my God.
Ready?
Injuries.
Jacksonville at Tennessee. Tennessee at home, a 3.5 point favorite. The total number is 39.5.
Mac Jones. Normally, I said Jacksonville been real good with the covers, man. They really have. They really have. They really have. But I think Titans will cover this number though. I'm gonna take the. Let me see, Jacksonville. I'm gonna take the Titans.
All right, I'm going to take Jacksonville because of the trend that they are covering the number. I think Tennessee will win, but I think Jacksonville covers the number. And
Got the under.
I have the over 39.5.
Okay.
What do you have?
I got the under.
Under. Okay. All right. A real disagreement there. All right. New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are a home 6.5-point favorite.
I got the Dolphins.
I also have the Dolphins.
And I go over.
The Dolphins are still half decent. The Jets are all bad. Disgraceful. That roster disgraceful. The number is 45. I got the under.
I got, you said 45?
Yeah.
Jacksonville. I agree with you. I got the under.
All right. We are in agreement on that one. Atlanta at Minnesota. This is part 1 of the Kirk Cousins middle finger tour.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota is a 5.5-point favorite at
5.5 at home. That local Giants. Kirk Cousins got it. Give me Atlanta.
You got Atlanta. I have Minnesota. The points is 45.5. I got the over.
I got over. I think my logic for Atlanta is just that Kirk Cousins had probably the worst game he's going to have. It's a lot of pressure on that guy, and we're going to see if he can respond back, especially with that rookie coming on his heels. It's been chinks in the armor of Atlanta. Matter of fact, hold up. Let me think about this first. Hold up, bro, because I'm thinking about something. Justin Jefferson against that defense, they're not good. I'm sorry, no. I got to switch. I was thinking about Kirk Cousins and stuff. Revenge game. Give me Minnesota because I can't. No, I'm sorry because I can't ignore. I can't ignore the fact I was thinking it out. The Atlanta don't have a defense. That's the problem. They don't have a defense. They don't bring pressure.
That's not just the problem. Kirk Cousins is up and down.
That too, but at the end of the day, if you figure you still gotta bring pressure. They haven't generated pressure all year. You got Justin Jefferson and their secondary ain't that bad, but they give up a lot of chunk plays too. They haven't really used Bijan Robinson the way they need to. You feel me? And Minnesota at home is in the back, and then that defense could throw looks at Kirk Cousins.
Flores, who knows Kirk Cousins better than Flores?
Yeah, Flores, you're right. You're right. And Raheem Morris is just, if I'm going to go against coach for coach, it's going to come down to coach to coach. I like Minnesota's coach a lot. McConnell way better than I like. He's a rookie coach, head coach. You feel me? So I got to look at all them factors when I make this pick. So I'll take Minnesota. I send on Minnesota.
Well, Atlanta's head coach, it's his first time being the head coach of Atlanta.
Atlanta,
he was an interim head coach for Atlanta a couple of years ago when Quinn got fired. But he also was the head coach for a couple of years at Tampa a decade ago.
Right.
He's not really a rookie.
Yeah, but he wasn't really good at it either. So it's cool.
But that's not a rookie.
Yeah. He acting like a rookie.
Maybe acting like a rookie. Third time around.
You acting like a rookie. The team playing like crap.
All right, so we both got Minnesota. We both got the over. This is a great one. The New Orleans Saints at the New York Giants.
It's probably not my sexiest pick, but I'm with the Giants.
It's 4.5. New Orleans is a road favorite, 4.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Giants to the under.
I took Giants, but I took the over.
I took over?
Yeah, so you got under.
Yes, sir.
And you ain't changing that.
No.
All right. And the number was 41, so it's not a big number.
Yeah, but what's causing a lot of injuries?
What's changing it?
I'm not changing. What's causing a lot of injuries? And Tatum Hill ain't playing this game. He's done for the year.
Yeah, he's done.
They got a lot of. The only reason I would even take the number because they got a lot of injuries on that side, man. Like the Saints got a lot of injuries. The only thing I can think of is Giants. I don't think they're gonna win the game, but because they want that number one pick, man. They want to still be in there running, so they can't afford to be winning no games. You know, even if they got close winning, they'll find a way to lose.
Mhm.
Real, they ain't winning, bro. They ain't winning, man. They're ready throwing the towel for the year, bro. They're not trying to win no more games. So yeah, and it's crazy because last team they came in there and totally spanked them, and that was Tampa Bay. They embarrassed them.
Mhm. All right, we both got the Giants. I got over.
We might get burnt on that Giants pick too, by the way, because every team that I played them out that division and crushed them.
And the whole time I'm watching the Dallas and the Giants, and
Right.
I thought I had to pick one, and I didn't. I picked the Giants because of the numbers. Stupid. I still had a good week, but man,
Yeah.
I could have been 11-5. That would have been
Sure.
still wouldn't have beat you.
Yeah, look, my dumb behind took the Dolphins, knowing daggone well they don't play in the cold weather.
I told you.
Daggone well.
Told you.
I got to the hype because Toya said we're going to go up there and we're going to break the trend. Dummy, you from Hawaii and you played in freaking Alabama. You ain't used to playing no daggone freaking cold weather. And you play in Miami.
Yep.
You ain't used to no 20-degree weather. They practice with
from Hawaii. You played in Alabama, and now you're in Miami. When you win a cold game,
yes,
then you think about picking them.
Yeah.
But until that happens, no. So I got that one.
I got caught up in the Buffalo loop. Now I realized it wasn't even cold when they played in Buffalo.
All right. Carolina at Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia is a 12.5-point favorite.
12.5. Bryce Young and the boys are playing some real good football.
They're playing pretty good, but they've lost their last two.
Yeah, but they barely lost their last two too.
And especially they lost in overtime last week.
Yeah, he's been showing me promise. He's been getting confident. He really has. They've been running the ball. Defense been playing good football. For me, I think
12.5 in Philly.
Yeah, I know. I can see Philly win by 13. I can see him winning by 13. But yeah, because the defense been playing lights out. Saquon running on them balls. Pressure. I'm gonna take Philly.
Weather's kind of cold now. I also have Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And
they did move right now, man.
I think they're gonna cover that number.
Yeah, I do too. And at worst best, I think it might be a 13-point win, or it could be possibly a 20-6 type victory. Like, you know what I mean? I don't see even though Bryce Young been having success, it's a whole different animal.
Philly will give them a chance to cover in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's what
they'll give up some cheap points in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
The first three quarters that they're going to lay the hammer. The number is 46. I got the under.
Yeah, me too. Under.
Okay.
Yeah, ain't no shootout.
All right. Cleveland at Pittsburgh. I want to give Jameis Winston a lot of credit. What? He threw for 7 touchdowns.
God.
5 for his team, 2 for the other team. Congratulations.
He said he prayed to God to take the win. That was weird, man. He's weird, man. He's a weird dude, man.
Weird dude.
He's a weird dude, man. Why they keep letting this dude do the speeches, man? He's weird, man. God, man. If I was in that locker room, just like Tampa Bay, man, with McCoy said, he said, man, dude, sometimes you gotta show yours. What? What'd you say? He said, man, shut up, man. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, I don't.
But anyway, the number 6.5.
6.5.
The revenge game for Pittsburgh. With a lot of snow. They're home again. The Browns, like you said, and put up a lot of boom shootout. I'm gonna take the Browns.
I am also taking the Browns,
yeah.
Not to win, but to cover.
No, just to cover the number.
And the number is 43.5. I got the over.
I take the over too. That's kind of low for that.
All right. The Las Vegas Raiders at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the battle of the Pirates.
It is.
Tampa Bay is a 6.5-point favorite.
6.5. Baker, no shootout. Crosby. Mike Evans against that team. They could have a big game on that joint. I remember picking the Raiders. Aiden McConnell.
Keep in mind, the Raiders got screwed last week.
They definitely did.
The calls went totally against them at the end of that game.
Yeah, they definitely did. I'm just thinking about on the road, second game, probably gonna let a bad game. I'm gonna take Tampa Bay.
Oh, we differ there. I'm taking the Raiders because of that number. And the total is 46.5.
Over.
I took the under. All right, we really disagree. Good. I like that. Seattle at Arizona. Arizona is a 2.5 point favorite. Now, I think Arizona, they beat Seattle the first time, right?
Nah, Seattle beat them.
Oh, Seattle beat them. Because I was wondering why the number was under 3.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, since Seattle has won their last couple, I'm taking Seattle.
Me too.
Arizona's lost their last couple.
Yeah, me too. I'm taking Seattle too.
All right. And
over, because it went under last time.
4.5.
I got over.
I also have the over. All right. Buffalo at the Rams. Buffalo is a road 4.5 point favorite.
Shootout. 4.5
is right. The number is 49.5.
49.5 shootout. Josh Allen playing great football.
Playing great.
Real good football.
But the Rams still got a shot to make the playoffs.
You definitely do. Okoye. For them boys. Stafford.
You can't be messing around.
Buffalo. Off a big game. Going to their McVay record against them. He's 4.5. I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Buffalo. I got the Rams. That 4.5 shootout. I think it's close. I think the Rams lose. But I think they covered a number. And 49.5. I got my rule. I took the over.
Trying to think about that game real quick. 45.5 on the road with the Rams. Last time they played was the Eagles.
I see points.
They ran on them. They got cooked. You said like Josh Allen. Yeah, I'm cool with my pick. And I take over.
Over?
All
right. My Chicago Bears travel to San Francisco. San Francisco is a 4-point home favorite. Keep in mind their 2 top running backs are out for the year.
I like Chicago.
I like Chicago with that number. I don't know if they're, I can't pick them to win until I see them win.
Well, I take the number. And no defense. Oh, my God. What offense. Give me under.
And I don't know if Bosa's playing. That's another thing.
Yeah, give me under.
I also have the under. 44 under. All right. The night game, Sunday night game, the LA Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are a home 4-point favorite. I'll tell you right now, I don't know who wins, but I got the Chargers on that number.
Yeah, I like the Chargers.
Okay. And the total is 43.
Oh, my goodness.
I took the under. Also the under. All right. All right. And then the Monday Nighter. 2 disappointing teams, but someone's got to win.
Right about that.
Cincinnati Bengals at the Dallas Cowboys. Cincinnati, they're giving them a lot of love, man. 5.5-point favorite on the road.
Give me my Cowboys.
I'm going to take your Cowboys as well.
They definitely are getting a lot of love.
The number is 49.5.
Over, man. Don't get stopped.
Over. Over, almost 50. Over.
Bengals ain't stopping no dang body on offense.
So yeah, it's going to be a shootout. Both defenses are going to be torn apart. We differed on one. Oh man, 2, 3. We only differed on 3 picks.
Was it Buffalo, Tampa Bay, and
Buffalo, Tampa Bay, and because you changed your mind, the
Titans.
The Titans, Jacksonville.
Yep.
Because originally you had picked Atlanta,
yep.
Minnesota, but you changed your mind.
Oh yeah.
So
think about it.
We're only differing on 3 this week.
Yes, sir. So
we'll
see how that go. We're gonna totally bomb out, and we're gonna be
we're either gonna be really well,
or we're gonna lose.
We're gonna be really bad.
That part.
I don't know.
That part.
Anything else you want to add before we close it up?
Oh man, just a great day. I'm proud of myself, my 12-4 week, and we gonna see if I can duplicate it. I need to start chipping at this brick, man.
What game are you looking forward to the most in the NFL?
Packers and Lions.
Yes,
for sure.
For sure.
And for a double up, I would say that Buffalo Rams game.
Buffalo Rams, me too.
Yeah.
A lot of scoring. Obviously, you've got a primetime game on Monday, so I know you're interested.
Indeed.
I've got a 4:25 game Sunday. Of course, I'm interested.
One of my friends asked me, he said, why y'all keep winning? I said, at this point, man, we looking maybe outside shot making the playoffs. I don't know why we keep winning now. It's pride.
You're not going to get the number 1 pick.
We ain't getting number 1 pick now. We out that sweepstakes, so we might as well keep trying to win. You might as well try to mess up somebody's dreams. Why not? We're not going to Super Bowl this year, so we can try to be spoiler to somebody.
Yeah,
right?
Why not? Well, Cincinnati's not going Super Bowl either.
No.
Just
Super Bowl. If you got it right now, who you got your 2? If you think about who you got. I know they're all.
I mean, right now, it can change. It can change.
Right now,
the 2 teams that are playing the best, NFC, AFC, is Philly and Buffalo.
Right.
So I would say today, Philly and Buffalo.
You say Philly and Buffalo?
But I'm hoping it's Kansas City, Detroit. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, that'd be good with Kansas City, Detroit. But I could see it. I could see it being a Philly. Believe it or not, we might have seen the Super Bowl.
Oh, Baltimore, Philly?
I can see it.
I got to see Lamar do it in the postseason.
I think that the pressure of not being at home, because he won't be at home this year, he'll be all the way on the road. I think that they have the teams to go into the other states and beat them teams. I think
you can see Baltimore winning in either Buffalo or Kansas City.
I can in the playoffs.
City, they never beat Kansas City.
For some odd reason this year, I could see them doing it. I could see them going there. Watch whatever. Remember, me and you had this conversation. Remember I told we're gonna wind this episode back. America, remember I said this on this date, 12-4, that I said I could see Baltimore going in there behind Derrick Henry if they could stick to their identity and running that ball. Watch they going to beat Kansas City and Kansas City. It's very hard to be a trifecta three-peater. And then they're going to beat them the way they lost. They're going to beat them the way they lost in Baltimore. Watch what I tell you. And then there's going to be a lot of hype coming to Buffalo. It's going to be this thing about Buffalo. Watch what I tell you. It's going to be a curse in Buffalo, man. Unfortunately, it's going to be that curse, man. And Josh Allen have a great year, and Lamar Jackson is going to shut all the hype up. He's going to beat Josh Allen in Buffalo. Watch what I tell you. Now, the Philly joint, they're built to beat Detroit. It's going to be a great game. That one, I don't know. But I think that Philly has a team to go in Detroit and beat Detroit. So I could see a Bears Super Bowl, Baltimore and Philly. It's going to be crazy if that is it.
I don't see Baltimore. I don't. I believe in trends, and I believe you've got to break the trend before I pick against it. And Baltimore doesn't beat Kansas City. They especially don't beat them in the playoffs.
What's
What's that?
What about Pittsburgh? Russell Wilson, man. You matter with you, man. He had a resurrection. We talking about? They only lost 3 games this year.
Right.
They got a defense.
Man, and they are screwing me too, man, because I needed Justin Fields to get 51% of the snaps.
It ain't happening.
He played the first 6 games. And I'm like, Russell's gonna be terrible. And he's not.
He's not.
He's not. Now I need him to get hurt.
Arthur Smith is there, so Arthur Smith might not be there next year because he's already looking at for being a head coach in college if he decides to take it.
Okay. I mean, sure.
Okay.
That's what you want to do. There's openings.
Yeah.
So go get it. Yeah, what was I gonna say? You know what would be, honestly, we'll end it on this. You know what would actually be the best Super Bowl where people are really gonna like feel good?
What's that?
It would be Detroit against Buffalo.
Yes.
2 teams that have never won the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And one of them's gonna win it.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be the best good feeling.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
And if you're talking about just for ticket sales, a great storyline to build around NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that would be the best one.
And that'd be a great game too.
It would be a great game.
Great game.
It'd be a great game. It'd be, man, Jared Goff going back, finally getting one. Or would it be Josh Allen breaking the curse of Buffalo? Because he's breaking the curse of Buffalo.
That's right.
All them legends will be there. Jim Kelly and all. He's still alive, right?
He's still alive.
Okay, Jim Kelly and all the great ones, and
Reed and
Earl Thomas and
Smith
and yeah. So you got all the legends coming out, and then Detroit side, Barry will be there. Herman Moore,
Megatron will be there.
Megatron. Yeah, hey, Matt Stafford, you can come too. I know you're Ram, but you always gonna be Detroit Lion, brother. So you can come too. Okay, you come too.
That'd be awesome. You know, I told you every year I was in high school, Buffalo Bills went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and lost.
And once again, I told people, so they might be remembered for losing, right? But you know how hard it is to go to a Super Bowl, and you went to 4 of them.
4 in a row.
So that is telling you that they had a great team. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they might have lost the big one, but they were a great team, though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? 4?
It is not a disappointing season when you go to a Super Bowl. It might be heartbreak when you lose it, but the totality of the season, that is a very successful season. And you do it 4 times in a row.
That shows the greatness of that franchise. It really was. Marv Levy was a great coach. Obviously, Hall of Famer. Hall of Famers.
From look at them. Bill Polian was the general manager back then. Levy was the head coach. Kelly, Reed, Smith,
Norwood.
Oh my gosh!
Right, it's so many names, man. So many names, man. And they go to 4 Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm. And they were good players that aren't Hall of Famers, but they were good players.
Yeah.
You know, what's his name? The special Tasker. Steve Tasker.
Yep.
A very good career. Very good.
Yeah.
Special teams and wide receiver. You know, I mean, they had players, man. They had players. Don Beebe.
Yeah, Don Beebe, yup.
The wide receiver. He's the one that knocked the ball out of Leon Lett's hand when he was going to score that touchdown in the Super Bowl. Yeah. The only blemish on that game for you guys. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. You can catch us next Wednesday around 9-ish. And that'll be our last regular show before our Christmas special. Spectacular. Can't wait for that one. And hopefully the Bears cover the number. What do you say? Since I picked them, it'd be great if they won. You know,
I
can't believe the Bears were going to finish the year with just 4 wins. I can't believe that.
Not with all them pieces, man. Eberflus, man. If you're watching this, Eberflus probably not.
Eberflus is what he was.
Look, he said he grew his beard out. His wife said grew his beard out.
I don't. If you're talking about his haircut and his facial hair, if that's what you're talking about when it comes to the head coach, then you know you ain't got the head coach. And now we all know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Anyway, so thank you all again for tuning in. We'll see you all next week. Enjoy the games, everybody. Deuces.
Great show, partner.
Great show.
Yes, sir.
Catch you next week.